So after years of ignoring your player base, countless controversies, and with your game finally facing proper competition, now you actually try to do something. God, I love Corpa. We're also dropping the script for this one. I've been doing some script writing for my last few videos, but I don't want to fucking do that shit because I feel like it adds a filter to me and I don't want to have that. I want to go off the rip. So there's a big fucking problem with this new update, and that is the fact that 1, it was 4 years too late, and I'm just gonna say it, this anniversary patch should have been here since the fucking first year of the game. As well as comparing it to other gachas, and now they're finally fucking following the proper standards for gacha games in terms of actually giving back to your players, and it seems like they've also woken up, so they'll do this for future anniversary patches. It's actually so fucking pathetic. Because I sit there, and essentially, Genshin has now created an insufferable fucking player base that essentially just sits there and gaslights other people into saying that what they're getting right now is good enough, and you shouldn't be greedy and you want too much. These rewards are fine, what are you complaining about? Now, where are those motherfuckers right now? Where are they? I would like to see where those people are, because I know where they are. They are sitting in their chairs and fucking shitting and pissing themselves in excitement over the fact that they're getting a free 5-star character. And then they also have the audacity to say that essentially why they did these changes was that Hoyo just decided to do them. And there was nothing else. Like, that's it. Or the terminally online people that fought their boycott so happened to actually do something. The terrible fucking rewards and the terrible fucking treatment of players in Genshin Impact has essentially bred a group of players that think that Genshin Impact, in terms of all the rewards, is the standard. And the problem is that if they were to play literally any fucking gacha game, they would immediately be proven wrong. And what's worse is that when you actually just look at this entire patch, it's so clear as to why it happened now. There's more competition, there is more upcoming competition, the game is stagnating, and the game's public reputation is fucking terrible, and it has been for fucking years for multiple different reasons. The player base, the developers, and the kids. And the amount of fucking 40-year-olds that really like these kids in a very specific way. I would preferably not want to have my multi-billion-dollar fucking money-making machine of a game to have this sort of reputation. Especially now with the current state of the game, a lot of people were saying that Natlan was basically their last shot. Not just for Genshin Impact as a game, but for players as a whole. This game has been outdated and has had a development team that purposely does not want to improve the game for some fucking reason. And when they do bring changes, they don't listen to proper feedback or they don't know what the fuck they're doing. I.e., Imaginarium Theater. In Imaginarium Theater, you are forced to play different characters, but not by the fact that you have to use different characters that can do different things, but you're just limited by your options arbitrarily just because they aren't the right element. 2 characters could do the exact same thing, but the other one is an element that is in the current rotation and the other one isn't. And in terms of just like the difficulty, I've even made a full fucking video about this, specifically in like the most popular gacha games. It's not necessarily about the fact that you need to make the content even harder, but it's about challenging you in different ways, so you can actually give purpose to the cast of characters you're building for your game. And they just like aren't even doing that either. And that's still a problem with Genshin Impact. And this patch doesn't address any of that. And it doesn't really address a bunch of other issues with the game that is also going to hurt it. It's not just the rewards at this point, it's also a lot of things with the core game that they're purposely ignoring. But I also want to be positive, because here's the thing. I don't hate Genshin Impact, I really like Genshin Impact. But I've always had a problem with the developer team because they refuse to make the game that I really like any better. All of the changes in 5.0 are changes that I've been talking about. Not necessarily on this channel, but also just other people in the Genshin community. And obviously some I have addressed on this channel, but when I have, I've just been getting absolutely bombarded with hate comments because I am simply providing criticism to the game. And now that they're doing some of these changes, where the fuck are those people now? I bet those people are not complaining at all about these changes, and it only benefits everyone, so why the fuck are people actually this fucking retarded? Because I am frustrated with the fact that they have not done anything for 4 years, and I express my frustrations and why I feel like the game is getting worse and how the game can be better, then people are telling me, no, the game is perfect. and then they get these changes and they realize how great they are, and then they just kind of sit there and just eat it up and are really happy about, like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. The Genshin Impact community on YouTube and specifically other social media platforms is fucking insufferable, because they've been sucking the smallest fucking dick, and once they get a bigger dick, they now realize how much a bigger dick actually makes a difference. And I believe the catalyst to all of this was more competition. Genshin Impact never had a true competitor until Wuthering Waves. And when you hear that this game, essentially one of the biggest reasons as to why you play this game is because of your own development team, that should be a big fucking red flag. People would rather play this other game that is generally targeting a different audience in the same niche, yet people are playing the game because the developers listen to customer feedback. Yeah, that's bad. So put 2 and 2 together. What if you listen to customer feedback? Whoa, wait, people are really happy now. What? But yeah, generally speaking, I'm actually really happy that these changes are coming to Genshin Impact, even though I'm not really gonna be playing the game. I'm probably gonna still claim the free 5-star, but then I'm probably just gonna log off and simply just uninstall the game. Maybe I'll play 5.2 when the entire story quest is done, but other than that, it's just, I enjoy other things more. And that's fine, and if you enjoy Genshin Impact, more power to you. That's one more game that you enjoy. And the game is finally getting some more changes. But I doubt the game is actually going to change the things that are going to be very important for the future of the actual game. More rewards and characters are sure, like, they're great, but the thing is that you gotta actually bring some purpose to the characters, in a practical sense. Example, what is the point of ever having a healer in a game where you don't even take damage? And it highlights a clear fucking problem with the game, and I feel like those problems aren't actually going to be addressed, unless they actually provide content that actually makes these characters useful. And I don't necessarily know how willing the Genshin Impact team will be even with these changes, but I actually don't think they are going to fix problems like that, because I think they want to go in a direction that's just fun, easy, and plain and simple. Which is sad, because the gameplay mechanics in Genshin Impact has so much potential, but they don't want to use that. Either way, I think that's too much yapping for me now. I did like the scripted content, but to be honest, I'm just gonna not do it. Because, well, the voiceover for this video that you just watched took me 30 minutes to make. Some of the other videos I've made took me at least a day or maybe a day and a half. And to be honest, I sound like a fucking robot and I don't actually sound like a human, so I'd rather just like not do it. And well, if you're a fan of that, I'm probably gonna do more content, so subscribe right now. Now! Like the video if you agree. And I'll see you guys next time when I find something that pisses me the fuck off. Peace.